The other thing we had yesterday was about 12:05 p.m., just shortly after noon. The Department of Corrections has a warrant officer that goes out and looks for people that are absconders that have DOC warrants. He was looking for Marcus Johnstone and had seen him in the area, over in the area of Johnstown Avenue. Spotted him riding a motorcycle, but saw him and then lost him, couldn't find him. We found him northbound on Santa Fe, in the area of the railroad tracks. Tried to stop him, and he fled.
The deputy tried to pull him over?
Actually, I did.
Wow.
Tried to pull him over, it didn't work.
He didn't know Sheriff Solon was telling him to scoot
I
over?
guess not. No, there was no respect there. But, so as soon as it turned on lights and sirens, he fled. Went east on Antrim to 5th Street. And then north on 5th Street to Euclid Avenue. And then back west on Euclid by St. John's Military School to 9th Street. That's where there was one of my patrol deputies picked it up there, and then he went north on 81, north on 9th Street out of the city, north on 81 up to where the winery is. He entered the lot through the grass at the winery and drove through some of the buildings and then fled north into an open pasture before he tried to squeeze through where there's an end of a hedgerow and a fence came. And he tried to go through, but hidden in the tall grass was a downed tree, and he ran into the tree. It didn't really.
Did it eject him?
Yes, he came off the bike, but he landed on his feet and gave up. That was it. He was done.
Okay, so he was on a motorcycle.
He was riding a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, but how far did he get in this pursuit?
A total of about probably 6. That's probably 6 miles total ish. That's it estimated.
What speeds did you reach in that?
He was doing over 100 up 81.
Wow. Your deputies didn't like speed that way, or were they able to drive fast enough just to keep him in sight?
Yeah, they were driving with him.
Okay.
The traffic was fairly light, so fortunately.
Okay, so how do you spell Marcus's first and last name?
His first name is Marcus, M-A-R-K-U-S, and his last name is Johnstone, Johnstone.
Okay.
30. He was booked for the Department of Corrections A&D, also felony flee and elude, driving while suspended.
Where's Marcus from?
From Salina.
Salina. Okay.
Can you back up and tell me what the Department of Corrections? I know you guys were looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
And why? He was.
I don't know what his original charge was, but he was on state parole. And he hasn't been. And he absconded.
Okay.
Hasn't been shorted to PO.
Yeah. For some reason he.
Okay.
They after a short amount of time, they'll issue warrants for him, arrest and detain warrants.
Was it DOC that spotted him first and then let you know? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got involved.
They'd spotted him and lost him in the area over there.
Okay.
On Johnstown.
So he had absconded. He hadn't been seen as parole officer.
I don't know what for whatever reason they had a warrant for him. I don't know if he failed UA, if he didn't see his parole officer, if he, for whatever reason,
Department of Corrections
had a warrant for him. Yeah.
Okay.
Did he need any medical attention? Did you check him out? You just brought him on into jail?
Yeah. He had slowed way down before he hit it, and he just kind of stepped off. I mean, it went plunk, and he just gracefully landed on his feet. It was kind of.
How big a motorcycle was it?
It was a Harley Davidson Fat Boy. It was a big bike. 2001 Harley Davidson.
An 01 Harley Fat Boy. It'll go 100.
It did, yeah.
So, where's the motorcycle now?
Returned. Well, we towed it from the scene. I think the owner picked it up.
Okay.
So it's one that he didn't own.
Right.
If I was the owner, I'd be a little ticked about that, probably.
And do you call a Department of Corrections, is that an officer with the Department of Corrections? Is that a parole officer?
Well, he's not really a
So you
parole
got-
officer. They've got enforcement officers that,
Okay.
that's
Is
what
that-
they do.
Is that who saw him?
They're a law enforcement officer, but that's what their primary job is to
Okay.
Do you have any pictures from that
get warrants.
that you could show or share?
They may have some
Just of the-
picture. I don't know if they took any pictures of the motorcycle wrecked up there or not.
When you saw him on going north on Santa Fe, do you recall what the cross street was, what block you were in?
Be about 600. It's right at the tracks. When I saw him, it was right out the tracks where I picked it up.
Probably right there by the recycle place.
Well, I'd seen him on. I'd seen what I thought was him on Elm Street,
Mhm.
and then I turned around, and he was gone. I don't know where he went exactly. And then I picked him up just as he was crossing the tracks on Santa Fe.
And so you first spotted him in the 600 block of which street?
Elm Street.
Elm. Okay.
hmm
Oh, I thought he was going north on Santa Fe.
He was. That's where the chase started.
Okay.
I'd met him on Elm,
Mhm.
and I said, well, I think that's him. Well, there was traffic behind me, and when I turned around, he'd turned north, and
Mhm.
by the time I got down to where he'd turned north, I thought I saw him turn west, and then when I got up there, he was gone. So I don't know where he went for a little bit, and then I picked him up on Santa Fe, crossing the railroad tracks right there by Chuck's Bar.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right there in the last set of
Yeah,
tracks.
the set of tracks, and then as soon as he looked over his shoulder, and I lit him up, and he was gone.
Not going to talk to the law enforcement today.
No, not happening.
Just wanted to have a friendly conversation.
Yeah,
Now look what you did.
What's your radio number?
362.
362. I remember that. So if you get into a chase again.
Yeah, the odds are pretty thin, Randy. Pretty thin.
You got to drive home. You got to go to work and come back. Every
And I
day,
like to
so-
go out. You know, if it's quiet here, I like to go out and I like to be seen. I like to just be out. I like to go to the small
Do you have
towns
a
and
marked
talk to
unit you
people.
use, Sheriff, or
No.
just
No, it's just a Explorer, an unmarked car.
So
Looks just
what
like the-
what block did the pursuit begin?
600 block North Santa Fe.
600. Okay.
Yeah, right at Santa Fe and Antrim.
wow?
And it ends at
Just north in a field just north of the winery.
Okay.
So what's the official name of the winery? Do you know?
Smoky.
Well, it was Smoky Hill Winery. I'm not even sure
Is it not that?
if is it even in business anymore. As a
I'm
winery,
not real sure. I know
or is
it
it
has-
private?
I know that it's got different owners. It doesn't have the same owners it had when it was.
Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings had it.
But I don't think that he has it anymore.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I think somebody still produces the grapes and stuff.
I do too. But are they even open?
I don't think. No, I don't think they're open like they were. No, they're. But
Because they used to do dinners and everything else.
oh yeah, my wife had a Christmas party a couple of times out there. It was a great place